Adding AI as a service offering to your GoHighLevel agency is no easy feat, but we're trying to make it a little bit easier here to provide you with ways to support your clients through this deployment. Again, if they're local businesses and they are not necessarily technical, we have ways that we can help support this deployment and help them along the way. So let's get started. What we'll do first is there's a couple ways to support our locations deployment here. The first way is through us as admins. Is you or any of your clients can come here and report a bug. This will allow them to, put in their information, what they're seeing, anything explaining it, like a Loom, run IDs that are associated with it, and some screenshots. And what this will do is when they send in this bug report, it'll create a ticket, and this will send it to the Agencentric support team. And then what they can do as an account under bug reports is they can see exactly what's going on, completely white labeled to the support tickets that they've put into us as the support team as admins, and then us as admins will also be able to send updates and then also change statuses as we go through these fixes that come up here. You as the agency will get alerted every time that one of your locations actually submits a bug report. And then you as an agency can also submit a bug report if you're seeing something from a location or you need something from the admin dashboard as well. So we have a full white labeled bug reporting and ticketing system here for support, where we're able to kind of stay on top of updates, also give your clients peace of mind that someone's working on their stuff, and then you as an agency will be updated with emails associated with the support tickets and admin notes, and then the current status as everything goes through for all of your locations. And even in the admin portal here, I can go to bug reports and I can see here, all of my locations bug reports. So these are the locations that have submitted it. Here's the ticket number, who submitted it, the issue that they're seeing, and then the status as indicated from the admin team. And then once there's admin notes, you'll be able to open it up and see what the admin's saying. Same for the sub-location. So here's a way that we like to provide hands-on support in a way that keeps you in the know as an agency owner and keeps the locations themselves in the know as far as support tickets that they've submitted in a completely white labeled way. Another way that we can support our deployment here is by adding our own support widget into the Agencentric portal, completely white labeled as well. So let's start with what that looks like, and then we'll get into adding the widget, which will actually add a help button here that actually leads to your own chat widget. So what I'll do is I'll create a support training data here. So this will be a knowledge repository. Of course, if you're a GoHighLevel agency, there's a couple different systems that you may need to provide support on. One is going to be Agencentric. The second is going to be HighLevel. And then maybe a third is UpX, Play, whomever you're using for ads. Whatever systems you're using to manage your clients, those would be great documents to put in so the assistant can reference them as it goes through and supports your clients for them. So I'm going to go ahead and upload here any relevant support documentations that I need, SOPs, to be able to support my clients well. And then I'll come in here, maybe add some text and websites, and then I'm going to link my support or onboarding calendar, whatever it is. We kind of double it up with the support and onboarding calendar here, but we'll link our support calendar for this specific support training data. So once we have our documents, SOPs, websites, text, and then our support calendar linked, we'll go ahead and update that information. And that is our support training data. Next, we'll move to creating a support assistant. You can use a template here. We have a template for customer support. And then you could just click that and create your own. Here's an example of something we have, very, very basic. But we're giving it the personality of a customer support representative, of course, keeping the interaction very friendly. And then the purpose is to manage service inquiries, resolve client issues, and ensure customer satisfaction and support. There's a couple things we're going to do. We're going to give it the autonomous ability to manage the calendar. So our support calendar to book appointments, reschedule appointments, and cancel scheduled appointments. Based on talking with the lead, if someone needs a support appointment, I want the assistant to be able to go out and actually book that, or if they need to reschedule it, or if the issue was resolved after it was scheduled, to cancel that appointment so we're not wasting any of the team's time. The other thing would be to create tasks based on the conversation. So if it's conversing with a lead and for example, one of our clients that we're providing support to says, hey, can you check on my billing while we're doing this too, the assistant can go ahead and task you or task the location to check on that client's billing while we're going through this process. And the same thing for notes. As it goes through the process of conversing with the lead, anything that comes up, it will leave notes in their specific contact in the CRM. We also want to give it the ability to self-schedule here. So if a lead comes back and says, hey, I'm busy right now, I'm actually in the middle of a sales call, but if you can, text me back in 15 minutes, whatever that is, we can allow it to do so. And then email access. So if they need perhaps an email, if the client requests more information, maybe over whatever we're supporting them on, maybe email signature, maybe workflows, whatever it is, we'll have the assistant follow up with an email afterwards, kind of giving a brief summary of everything that was spoken about. So we'll go ahead and give the assistant all those autonomous actions to be able to support our clients well. And then a couple goals we'll set. These are just the specific ones I have in here. It's just an introduction. So when I get an inbound text via live chat, I'll have the assistant introduce themselves. And then what I'll go ahead and have the assistant do is to add a customer support tag with a description of add this tag when the conversation starts, so we know that this is a support conversation. So we'll have it, define that action once the conversation starts. And then, we'll do issue identification, problem solving, and then any follow-up questions that's relevant here. And then booking a support meeting or support appointment if the problem itself wasn't actually solved or they need some additional help that may require some human intervention here. So let's go through here, and then feedback collection at the end. Great. So there's a couple things we're doing here. Nothing too complex, just a way to service our clients here. Another thing I have is when we're asking follow-up questions after all the steps have been after all the goal steps have gone through, we want to remove the tag customer support, just showing that we no longer have an inquiry from that client themselves. And so what we'll do for these follow-up questions is after we've kind of solved the problem, the solutions met their needs, and they understand the steps provided, we'll go ahead and remove the customer support tag, showing that they're not actively needing support at that time. So that's what we did for goal steps. That's what we did for our tools. We linked up our support training data here. So our assistant's ready to go, and then we'll have our own specific support deployment here, just saying customer support. And we're going to link it to our support agent here, Haley. And then once all that's done, we're going to save it. Everything's linked together. There's a couple things we're going to do in automations here is we're just going to create a support widget assistant here saying when we get a message from the reply channel live chat, we're going to tag that person with the customer support. And then there's a couple more complex ways to do this. We personally don't use live chat for anything other than support, so very easy for us to just kind of do this, but maybe you can divvy out some if else's here saying if current client, add tag customer support, or if not current client, then sales, however you have your chat widget deployed out into the wild. But that's kind of the way we have it set up, just saying when I get an inquiry through the live chat, I am going to tag that contact that comes through as a support client to have the assistant reach out based on that deployment tag. So that's really the only workflow we need. And then we'll go through to sites, and let's go through to chat widget. And then we just have our chat widget set up here with a chat type live chat. And then we have some settings here, nothing crazy. We just want to be able to put this in front of our users and know that they have some dedicated support. And then we've even told them here, talk with our dedicated support assistant here, and then kind of labeled our messages in the same way, right? So once that's all saved, we're just going to grab this code here, body code, copy code, and then what we'll do, so I can kind of show you this live, is so when you have a client who's looking at their white labeled support portal here in GoHighLevel, you don't see any button besides the update up here, but me as an admin, I'm in my admin portal up here. I'll go ahead and add a support widget just under the sub accounts here. And then I'll add the widget HTML that we got from HighLevel, and I'll go ahead and update that. And then if you notice, if I go back here to the sublocation itself, this help button's popped up. So I'll go ahead and click on this help button, and you see our live chat's now popped up. So this is a way for your clients to have easy access to you as a location. This will be uniform across all of your deployments. Anywhere that your custom menu link is, or anywhere that your sub accounts go into here, they'll be able to see this help button and get access to your live chat pretty much immediately. So there's the two ways there, is through support or a help button through you as an agency, and then a bug report button through us as the admins of the platform. So there are a couple ways that you can support your clients through a complicated process such as an AI deployment. These things can be a little bit more complex. Things come up and it's a more nuanced system. So we want to make sure that they're feeling as supported as possible. And we're also getting them all the available resources that you see here in the dashboard. Also, for the training data, anything that you need, Agencentric support documents as well as GoHighLevel support documents, we actually provide those for you under the resource tab in the admin dashboard, where you'll be able to just download those directly. The GoHighLevel support documentation is actually white labeled, so no need to alter it. It's just a giant PDF. Put it into your support assistant, and the same thing with the Agencentric documents. It's completely white labeled. Just throw it in here, and then you'll have a way to support your clients completely hands-off with a way that they can see it, you can see it, we can see it, and we're all in the know, all communicating, and your clients feel very well supported throughout their journey of an AI deployment. The last thing I can say here, that if you are wanting to help someone through a deployment, so we can create a couple snapshots here. So if we are niche down and we have a really good assistant, perhaps for like sales and roofing, right? We can go ahead and just create an assistant snapshot. From that assistant snapshot, let's just go ahead and take this. We can push this to locations all the way through our deployment so that everyone's getting the appropriate assistant. There's no need for them to have any gray area and build outs. We can just give them one that's already built out and then support them along the way. So I hope that's very helpful. This is how you can support your clients through an AI deployment via a chat widget that you can embed into the platform yourself, completely white labeled, and then through our bug reporting system that sits native to the platform itself, completely white labeled, and then gives everyone the communication they need to know that their problems are getting solved. So I hope that's helpful. Thank you so much.